is a crisp but sunny day here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The UTEP fans have made the about 4-hour drive here to Albuquerque to catch their Miners. And the Utah State fans hoping their team picks up their second 10-win season in school history. We welcome you to the 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl from University Stadium in Albuquerque. The Utah State Aggies representing the Mountain West Conference taking on the UTEP Miners out of Conference USA. So great you could join us as we kick the Bowls off on this Saturday. I'm Mark Neely along with former NFL and collegiate offensive lineman David Diaz-Infante. Down on the field, Casey Smith will check in with her shortly. David, you have a Utah State team that comes in. They've had a crazy amount of injuries this year. They're on their 4th different quarterback. And for UTEP, a program trying to win its first bowl game since 1967.
Well, for Utah State, hats off to Matt Wells and the entire coaching staff to get this team to 9 wins. 4th starting quarterback, 9 starters out for the year. They've been creative in personnel and scheme. They also knew they could rely on the #1 defense in the Mountain West Conference. For Sean Kugler and UTEP, he's turned this program around just his 2nd year. From 2-10 to 7-5, he did through accountability, discipline. He also knew he wanted to establish a physical identity on both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, really a remarkable turnaround for the Miners. And this is a team offensively based around that rushing attack. And is it a rushing attack that's going to have success today against a Utah State defense?
Well, that's the matchup here this afternoon. And when Sean Kugler established the physical presence on both sides of the line of scrimmage, he knew he had to find a running back, and he found one in Aaron Jones. And he is a guy that can make it happen for them. He's physical, he's fast. They do it with tight ends and fullbacks. And they're going to tell you, we're going to run the football right down at you. He has over 1,200 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns, and this guy has the ability to not only finish runs, but he can break it for the distance for a touchdown. And for Utah State, you got to go up against the Vigil brothers, the #1 defense in the Mountain West Conference. And these two guys know how to play the football. Zach Vigil, number 53, is the heart and soul of this football team. He plays the game with energy and passion, and I love watching him play. And he's going to be playing on Sundays someday. The best part about this is they're paired up as both inside linebackers for the #1 defense in the Mountain West Conference. Todd Orlando loves to pressure you. They attack from all angles, and those two guys are in charge of this defense.
Now the Vigil brothers will try to make it a long day for the UTEP quarterback, Jameel Showers. Casey Smith, the 3rd member of our broadcast team down on the field. And Casey, the route that Jameel Showers has taken to this game today, his last collegiate game, has been a very interesting one.
Well, you're absolutely right, and UTEP is seeking their first bowl win since 1967, and head coach Sean Kugler believes that Jameel Showers is the guy to get that done. In fact, when he was recruiting Showers, he said, "I believe your competitiveness will lead us to a bowl game." Jameel did take a different route. He started his collegiate career at Texas A&M, where he backed up Miami Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill, as well as competed for a starting spot with Johnny Manziel, who eventually won the Heisman Trophy later on that same season. When I talked to Jameel about his decision to transfer to UTEP, he said he wanted to finish his bachelor's degree first, which he did in 3.5 years at Texas A&M, and now he's also pursuing a master's degree in El Paso. I asked him about his experience at Texas A&M, and he said he grew as a quarterback, but right now it's about getting UTEP back on the map, and he believes a bowl win will do that today, guys.
Absolutely, Casey, thanks so much. We'll look forward to checking in with you throughout the afternoon. Here at Albuquerque, not a bad day. You know, 42 degrees, but it doesn't feel that cold, at least not to me, David. It's not bad with the sun. The wind is light, partly cloudy. Not a bad day for a bowl game here in Albuquerque.
It's a perfect day for football. You could run all day as a player. The sun's out, cool, crisp air.
This has been a game the last few years. It's come down to the last couple of minutes. Colorado State last year, he beat Washington State 48-45. 2 years ago, Arizona came back in dramatic fashion to beat Nevada 49-48. Will we have that type of game this year? Well, Jake Thompson to kick it away with Golden back deep. Golden had a 98-yard kickoff return for touchdown November 1st against Southern Miss, and a 92-yard kickoff return for touchdown a week later at Western Kentucky. And this Gildan, New Mexico Bowl is underway. It bounces past Golden and into the end zone, and will be down there. So UTEP to begin from their own 25 and brings out the senior, Jameel Showers, who's from Killeen, Texas. As Casey mentioned, began his career at Texas A&M, has transferred here So his time at UTEP has not been a long one, David, but he could really establish himself in the history of their program with a bowl win today.
Yeah, be a part of this new legacy that Sean Cougar's creating here. They don't ask him to do a whole lot, and you see only 56% completion percentage. That's got to get up there, but he provides tremendous leadership and athletic ability at the position.
So here's a team that's really built around their running game offensively, and they come out in an empty backfield. It Showers in the gun, swings out a screen pass. Aaron Jones up ahead towards the 28-29 yard line, gains about 4 on first down. Let's take a look at our impact players, David, when the Miners have the football.
And you'll see Aaron Jones. They're going to run the football. They'd like him to get 30-plus carries here today. And again, Zach Vigil has to control the middle, and Frankie Sutera, the outstanding safety, is going to be running those alleys. He'll be the 8th guy down in the box.
Vigil brothers, we will see a lot of Zach and Nick today. Aaron Jones now in the backfield. In motion comes Golden. They fake the jet sweep to him. Handoff to Jones straight ahead. He's up to the 32, gains 4 more. Stopped by defensive end Jordan Nielsen. Take a look at our formula for success for the Miners.
Well, the reason they've been able to turn it around is they're physical at the line of scrimmage. It shows right there, over 20 yards a game rushing. Time of possession, 2nd in the country. They've improved along that offensive line, and they don't beat themselves.
Only Michigan State has a higher time of possession this year in the Football Bowl subdivision. Josh Bell now the back on 3rd and 3 for the Miners. Golden in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Showers dives forward and looks like he'll have enough for the first down. Showers, not a guy they call on to run a bunch, David, but he picks up 3 important yards here to keep this first drive going.
Well, I think that's going to be an important element, again, to have success run the football against this Utah State defense. Jamal Showers and the quarterback run game will be key this afternoon.
Handed off to Jones, but he is met in the backfield by Travis Seafelt, number 70. And he may have lost a little bit there.
Well, one thing Todd Orlando was sharing with us is they wanted to get bigger at the line of scrimmage. 4 defensive line when it calls that, a couple bigger linebackers, because since Boise State, they knew UTEP was going to come out and try to run the ball. And you see what he does right there, block destruction and make the play in the backfield for a loss.
Showers looking to throw, is pressured and slings it out. It's caught by the fullback, Lufasa, who gains 5. Tacked by Nick Vigil and Brian Sweet.
Well, one thing Utah State does is pressure. That's Zach Vigil. What a great job by Jamel Showers of dealing with the pressure and getting an accurate throw in the flat for positive yardage. Now they've got a manageable 3rd down coming up.
Zach Vigil, this year's Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Year. First team All-Conference as well. They converted on 3rd and 3, but now a 3rd and 4 for UTEP on this, the first possession of the game in this Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Showing blitz. Running left. Jeffrey didn't get there. Stopped shy of the 45 by Frankie Sutera. There's Sutera, another one of the first team All-Conference players on defense for Utah State. They have 4 of them.
You'll see Frankie Sutera. He's going to come off the edge of the defense and chase down Aaron Jones from behind. You'll see him right here coming off the edge. Again, attacking the line of scrimmage. They're going to chase you from one end and box you in on the other.
Jay Maddox on the punt, averaging 42 yards a boot this year. Joe Natson back on special teams to receive this punt at his own 15. It takes a bounce at the 9. He grabs it there, retreats, given ground inside his own 5, and he's going to be out of bounds. Run out there, tackled at about the 3 by Lawrence Montague. 46-yard punt and -6 on the return for Natson. Well, now for today's storyline, brought to you by Kay Jewelers. And, you know, the last football game of the regular season for Utah State was a tough loss. They got embarrassed at Boise State.
Yeah, they did, and it was at the line of scrimmage. And I know that has not left them yet. They don't want to diminish what they did all season long, but they were dying to get back on the field to establish the physicality of the football team on both sides of the ball.
Kent Myers, the 4th different starting quarterback for Utah State this year, all due to injury. And here's a run for Lawan Hunt, a true freshman. Using a little room across the 5 up to the 6-yard line, a gain of 3. He's a freshman out of Saxe High School.
Well, they've done a great job. Kevin McGibbon has done a great job in terms of tailoring the game plan around his skill set and his ability to manage a certain amount of volume of plays. And he's done a great job protecting the football, number 1.
Making his 7th start here today. 2nd down at 7. He keeps it. Myers can run. And he has the first down. Uses a stiff arm out of bounds at the 19. A 12-yard run down there by Devin Cockrell, the safety.
He had 92 yards rushing against San Jose State earlier in the season, and the quarterback zone read is a big part of their offense, and they're really concerned a little bit earlier about how many times you run with the ball. But now, bowl season's here. They've got the offseason coming up. I expect him to have a few more carries this afternoon.
The motion sharp. Handed off, punt. Across the 35-yard line, that is, there before he's tackled by Adrian James and Jimmy Musgrave. Let's take a look at our impact players when Utah State has the football.
Well, JoJo Natson, he's their X factor. He'll get the ball as a receiver, fly sweeps everywhere around the field. And Ronald Butler, he can throw it, he can run it, he's got explosive plays. Wesley Miller, outstanding safety. He'll play the deep middle around the line of scrimmage. And Alvin Jones, the twin brother of Aaron Jones, is a linebacker that can run.
Myers to throw, now flushed out and brought down. Sack back at the 32-yard line by Nick Usher, 3rd sack of the year for the sophomore, a loss of 4.
Well, Nick Usher is a guy that gives them speed on the edge, and this is a defense that had 20 sacks in the last 7 games. They've dialed up pressure, and you see him just the up and under move. That's a speed rush, and again, both ends closing on the quarterback.
Empty backfield on 3rd and 7 for the Aggies. Myers comes to the near side, complete at the 37, but tackled near the marker is Sharp. Going to spot him out just shy of the 39, a little short of the first down. Jimmy Musgrave and Wesley Miller over there on the coverage. And it's going to be 4th down. So that drive that began inside their own 5, they do pick up a couple of first downs, but will punt. Jaron Bintrude, the senior out of Draper, Utah. Damian Payne back at his own 20.
And that was important to flip field position for Utah State to advance the ball.
Look at that rugby punt. Scooped up at the 25 by Payne. He's dropped there. I'm not sure if Bintrude was faking a fake or was serious about that rugby punt, but he got it away. 37-yard punt with -1 on the return. No score with 7 minutes to play in the first quarter in this 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Utah State and UTEP have traded punts. The Miners take over for their 2nd possession. Handed off Josh Bell to the 25. Stopped by Nick Vigil. Vigil, 116 tackles on the season coming in. Nick, of course, brother Zach leads the team with 145. You combine the 2 numbers for the Vigil brothers, David, and it's pretty impressive.
It's staggering is what it is. And then Nick Vigil also played running back. He's just a natural athlete.
And we're told there's a chance we could see Nick Vigil carry the football in those short yardage situations, possibly. Comes back under center, sweep running right. And Aaron Jones tackled by Zach Vigil for just a 2-yard gain. Made a late adjustment on the formation, David, and went with a sweep right.
Well, they're just going to shift the formation to a tight bunch with a couple of tight ends, and they're going to pin and pull. And you'll see Zach Vigil fight over the top, beat the block, and make the tackle.
UTEP converted a 3rd down on their first possession, but now a 3rd down and 10. In motion, Golden. Showers looking to throw, but now he's pressured. Showers being chased. He throws it going deep. He's got a man out there. Caught! At the 20 by Ian Hamilton. They go to their big 6'5" receiver deep, and a busted play turns into 54 yards.
And you're going to see Utah State bringing pressure. They pick it up to one side, but look at B.J. Larson. He's got a chance to get home and make the sack. With the athleticism of Jamil Showers to extend the play and then find his 6'5" wide receiver downfield to make the play. Outstanding, explosive play for UTEP. That's something they needed to get this offense going here against this Utah State defense.
24th catch of the season for Hamilton. And it's a first down UTEP. They convert on 3rd and long with officially a 53-yard gain. Now they're at the 21 of Utah State. Handed off Jones. He stopped right about the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard. John Taylor, one of the defensive ends, coming up to apply the stick. Of course, Zach Vigil also in the vicinity. Now the first explosive play of the day, David, belongs to the UTEP offense.
And they haven't had too many through the air. They get a lot of explosive plays through Aaron Jones and running the ball, but I tell you, it's so difficult for defense, the structure of the coverage to hold up when a quarterback scrambles, especially when you got a 6'5" wide receiver down the field.
Bowers gives to Jones. Broke one tackle, but not the second. Brought down at the 17 by Torrey Green, a 3-yard pickup. Third down upcoming for the UTEP offense. This UTEP team began their season here on this very field. Played New Mexico back on August 30th. Won the game 31-24. They'd like to bookend it right back here at Albuquerque with another win. Sean Kugler in his second season. 3:53 left first quarter, a 3rd and 6 for the Miners. Fakes the handoff out to Bell. Bell caught at the 15, pulled down at the 14 by Bryant B.J. Hayes. And it'll be 4th down. So a field goal attempt coming from Jay Maddox, who does all their kicking, punting, kickoffs. 11 of 14 in field goal attempts this year. As long this year, a 47-yarder he hit against UTSA. Sophomore out of Las Vegas.
Good job of the Utah State defense holding up and forcing UTEP to settle for 3.
32-yard attempt off the right hash and sneaks it inside that right upright. So Maddox knocks down the field goal with 3:10 to play in the first quarter, and it's the Miners that score first here in this 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Pretty good start here for the Miners, David. They get the field goal, 32 yards from Maddox, so they have the 3-0 lead here with about 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, both defenses holding tough here.
Calvin Lee, Joe Hill back deep to receive the kick from Jay Maddox. And UTEP trying to win a bowl game for the first time since 1967. Utah State playing in their 4th consecutive bowl game, trying to win a bowl game for the 3rd consecutive year. Hill from about 4 yards deep will take a knee. Hunt and Hill in the backfield. That's Hunt in motion, handed off, Hill running left. Hill hit at the 30 and rolls out of bounds along with the tackler Wesley Miller, a 5-yard pickup. Well, the UTEP defense a year ago, well, this in general was a team that really struggled, David. They were 2-10, 1-7 in conference, but they have really picked things up defensively this year.
Yeah, almost 10 more points less per game allowed. Look at the yards, turnover margin, +8. That is so key to turn that around.
They're going to give it to him here on 2nd down to 10. Flag comes out down the sideline across the 35, out at the 37-yard line. Run out by Trey Brown. That's a 12-yard run. That's Nick Vigil playing both ways here today, but the flag, we'll see if it's coming back.
Personal foul, hands to the face on the defense, number 90. That is a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Against defensive tackle Maurice Chavis, and that personal foul adds 15 yards onto that run. And it's going to put Utah State all the way up near midfield.
And that's really been a point of emphasis on both sides of the line of scrimmage, is blows to the head, hands to the face. They are watching that very closely this season.
First down Aggies at the 48-yard line of UTEP. In motion goes JoJo Nansen. Myers pump fakes that way. He takes off. And he has a big leg. Down the sideline, 15-10. Jumps for the pylon, touchdown. 48-yard run for the quarterback, Kent Myers, his 5th rushing touchdown. Well, Adrian James, the cornerback, had a chance to bring it down, but missed him.
And you'll see right here, again, it's going to be quarterback. Look, man coverage, they have trips to the wide side of the field, and it's a quarterback draw. Kent Myers, an outstanding athlete himself, takes it to the house for 6.
And Nansen went in motion to the far side, and it was a quick pump fake for Myers. That drew the defense looking that direction, and he runs it 48 yards. With Diaz on for the point after. And with that long run, Utah State has taken the lead with 1:52 to play in this first quarter. Well, the Kent Myers touchdown run, 48 yards, and the point after has made it 7-3 Utah State. In just a 3-play drive. You know Myers can do that with his legs. 5th rushing touchdown of the season, which actually leads the Aggies team. Short kick taken at the 5 by Autry Golden. Flag comes out, and Golden goes down at the 27-yard line. Miners begin at their own 11-yard line. Fake the jet sweep. Running left. Aaron Jones turning the corner, 15 to the 20-yard line. Met there by Rashard Stewart, cornerback, and that's a 9-yard gain on first down.
And you'll see Aaron Jones again. They got fly motion. Watch Aaron Jones dip in. The offensive line pins the second level. That gives Aaron Jones a chance to get to the edge and pick up 9 yards.
That opening season win for UTEP here against New Mexico. Jones ran for a career-high 237 yards on this field in the season opener with 3 TDs. Had a 73-yard touchdown run in that game. 2nd and 2, but Jones hit in the backfield, and he's tackled for a loss. They're going to mark him back at the 17. He loses to Zach Vigil, one of the primary tacklers there for the Aggies defense.
See Zach Vigil, the 2nd-team All-American, Mountain West Conference Player of the Year. Watch him attack the line of scrimmage, and he's come there. He gets in there to finish up the tackle right after Torrey Green as well. These linebackers are active. The guys up front do the dirty work so those guys can run to the football.
UTEP 2 of 4 so far on 3rd down today. A 3rd and 3 here. Delay and run. Showers falls forward and should have it. Up near the 22-yard line, wrapped up by Brian Sweet. 2nd time already in this game we've seen Showers run for a first down on 3rd down for UTEP today.
Well, it's a big part of the game plan for both these offenses to deal with the aggressive nature of both defenses. A lot of times they don't account for the quarterback in the run game. That time it was Brian Sweet coming up from his safety position after he'd already picked up the first down.
That takes us to the end of quarter number 1. Jay Maddox got the scoring going with a 32-yard field goal for UTEP. Big 53-yard completion from Showers to Hamilton helped set up that field goal, but Myers' 48-yard touchdown run has given Utah State the lead after 1. From Albuquerque, New Mexico, the 2014 Gildan New Mexico Bowl. We move into the 2nd quarter. Utah State 99 total yards in that first quarter. UTEP 95, but it's a 4-point lead for the Aggies. For UTEP, A first down from their own 23-yard line. Jones and Jeffrey the backs. And this is Showers looking to throw it, going deep on first down. His man just overthrown. Aaron Jones out of the backfield. If he comes up with that, he is gone.
Again, you'll see Utah State's defense crowding the line of scrimmage. They've got 8 guys up there. The safeties are leaning forward. Great job. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys besides 4 defensive line. 9 men at the line of scrimmage. 2 safeties here. And watch the play action. Safeties are biting. There goes Aaron Jones. They had him open for a shot play. Just overthrew him by a yard.
First incompletion of the day for Showers. He had connected on his first 4 passes. Jeffrey Seafeld just got enough of his legs to bring him down for about a 2-yard gain.
Seafeld making a couple plays here this afternoon already. They talked about how they want to establish a physical presence at the defensive line against UTEP. In the few games they struggled running the football this year was against K-State, Rice, La Tech, and Southern Miss, teams that have big physical defensive linemen.
See the Miners 3 of 5 so far on 3rd down. 3rd and 9. Showers hit as he throws, complete, but then completely undercut the tight end. Eric Tomlinson, all 6'7" of the UTEP tight end, undercut by Brian Sweet. 6-yard pickup, but it'll be 4th down.
Watch this job. Utah State's going to come off the edge. Look, they're going to bring Will, free safety, or corner off. They make the hit. Jamel Showers completes the pass. And Brian Sweet's going to make the hit, and their big tight end, Eric Tomlinson, is going to hang on to the football after taking that hit.
6'7", 270-pounder Tomlinson. I think I felt the earth move a little bit on that tackle when he hit the ground.
Hey, there was pressure, there was action, and a great job of covering in the back half by Utah State, stopping short of the first down.
Maddox punting, and Nansen at his own 20. Nansen's returned 4 punts for touchdowns in his career, 2 this season. 1 against Wyoming, 1 against Idaho State. That's angled to the far side. Not going to give Nansen a chance to return that one. Nearly returned one the previous punt, but it came back due to penalty. The Aggies offense will take the field again when we come back. And here's Ronald Butler in at quarterback for Utah State. He's going to run it and takes off 20, 25, 30. And Butler stumbling, staying on his feet, but is brought down from behind at the 30. How about that for your first play at the quarterback position, at least in this game? 61-yard run. They have timeouts, 31 seconds remaining.
They use Ronald Butler as a Wildcat quarterback, and you're going to see it's going to be lead draw. Lawan Hunt with the block, and look, Butler springs it. He is almost gone. No one's going to catch him. That little trip up by the ankle, that was it.
Going towards the end zone, and he's got a man open there, but a collision at the 1 and the flag. It'll be pass interference on Damian Payne. Well, prior to that pass attempt, Butler had thrown 5 passes this year, 2 touchdowns, 1 picked off. And as you mentioned, David, he'd been used in that Wildcat quarterback spot this year.
Yeah, so much for playing it safe and taking a knee before the end of the half.
Pass interference from the defense number 6. A penalty is enforced 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
And you'll see Damian Payne again make contact with Hunter Sharp. That's definitely pass interference. But boy, how about the aggressive call there by Kevin McGivern, offensive coordinator for Utah State.
16 seconds left, 2 timeouts for the Aggies. Butler looking like he wants to run again and does so. Spins at the 15, brought down at the 11. They can use a timeout here. 8-yard run. Clock still running. Now they do stop it with 6 seconds left.
They were slow to stop the clock there.
Yeah, they should probably add some time onto this, I would think.
Timeout, Utah State. That is their 2nd timeout of the first half. This will be a 30-second timeout. Please.
Well, look who's come back. It's Kent Myers. Myers back at quarterback. Throws a fade to the end zone. Incomplete. No flag. 4 seconds left. Adrian James on the coverage of Hunter Sharp. So Myers does come back, throws a fade pass to the back of the end zone that goes incomplete, and they'll settle for a field goal attempt.
Hunter Sharp had a chance to make a play on that football. He came back to it. I'm surprised he's a guy who makes catches like that. He's slow to get up as well.
Diaz 12 of 15 this year, as long a 49-yarder against UNLV. This is a 28-yard attempt. Left, and he missed it. And time expires. Well, what a weird last minute we saw in this first half, David. Each team misses an opportunity to add 3 points, and it stays 7-3.
The sequence of follies here before the end of the half are amazing. Penalties, missed opportunities in the red zone. Maybe the timeout by Sean Kugler, icing the kicker, help right there.
Casey down on the field with Coach Matt Wells of the Aggies. Casey?
Coach, you said that this game you wanted to see rebuilding from your regular season finale against Boise State. How do you assess your team's play so far?
Well, good in some areas. We've been a little sloppy. We hurt ourselves a couple times. You know, the ball's inside the 5 and we get a block in the back penalty and a couple things. But I like the way they're competing. We got to come out and play a clean second half.
A couple of turnovers, but you're still holding them to only 3 points. What adjustments do you want to see in the second?
Well, we got to stay on the field on offense. We've been moving the ball pretty good, actually. We just, you know, something hurt us or a turnover. You know, we didn't pick up a blitz off the corner, and we had a turnover. We can't have turnovers.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thanks so much.
Casey, Coach Wells, thanks very much. Kind of a strange ending to the first half here in Albuquerque in this 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl, but it's 7-3 Utah State at the intermission. Now let's go to John Saunders, Butch Davis, and Robert Smith in the studio. Welcome back to Albuquerque in the 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Just about ready to start the second half. Utah State leading UTEP by a score of 7-3, and we wish you happy holidays from Albuquerque. Glad you could join us as we get the bowls going on this Saturday, along with two-time Super Bowl champion with the Denver Broncos, David Diaz-Infante. I'm Mark Neely. You surprised by the low-scoring first half?
Well, we knew both defenses were aggressive and pretty darn good, but it's really kind of been the offense has been their own worst enemies.
Right.
You know, at critical times, different parts of the field, in the red zone, penalties, taking points off the board, botched snaps and special teams, and missed field goals. So I tell you, it's been interesting to watch. Not exactly what we expected, but certainly a battle there in the first half.
UTEP was unable to take advantage of the 2 Utah State turnovers. And passing yards, only 22 passing yards for Utah State in the first half, 68 for UTEP. Kent Myers did come back for the final offensive play prior to the field goal attempt for Utah State. So it looks like perhaps he is indeed still good to go now for half number 2 after Butler came in and took a number of snaps after Myers took a hard hit late in that first half.
Well, he was sacked twice, but he also took some big hits. Both quarterbacks have been able to evade some of the pressure, but Kent Myers took a couple of tough hits. The young freshmen find out what it's like to play with the big boys.
Jay Maddox kicking off. Kelvin Lee back deep along with Joe Hill, and half number 2 from the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl is underway. And through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Let's check in down below on the field with the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Casey Smith.
Thanks, Mark. I talked to Sean Kugler during halftime. He said it's been a very physical game so far on both sides of the ball. He wants to see his team stop killing themselves with penalty, and they have to cash in on the opportunities they've been given. I asked him what the message to his team was, and he said, guys, go out there, be yourselves, and play your heart out in the second half.
Thanks, Casey. Yeah, 7 penalties for 70 yards against UTEP in that first half. Utah State 2 penalties for 10 yards. That was very uncharacteristic of UTEP in the first half.
And you see Sean Kugler right there, ex-offensive lineman, coaching the NFL offensive line. He wants a tough physical team that doesn't beat itself.
That's Sharp in motion. It is indeed Myers at quarterback, and the stiff arm from the back, Lawan Hunt. He's up near the 30 for a pickup of 5, tackled by Nick Usher and Maurice Chavis.
And that's key for Utah State, production on first down.
Bring Bryce Walker in the game for that right tackle spot. Hunt and Hill in the backfield. This is Myers looking to throw, does so, underthrows the intended receiver, Devontae Robinson. First time they have targeted Devontae Robinson today. And a 3rd and 5 ahead.
And Kent Myers drifted into the pressure by UTEP. Lawan Hunt was there to pick it up, but he drifted instead of just hanging in the pocket and trusting it.
Well, the UTEP fans there in the orange, they had about a 3.5-hour drive from El Paso here. And to cheer on their defense. Won't get the stop. There's the catch. Nansen with his speed could be off to the races. Tackled inside the 25 by cornerback Adrian James. And there's the speed of Joe Nansen with a 46-yard pickup.
Nice throw by Kent Myers. And you'll see what they got going here. They're going to swing it back out here and then run a slant to JoJo Natson. It's going to be an accurate throw, and there he is, open in the second window. It's wide open. He splits the safeties. Big play for Utah State.
On 3rd and 5, they pick up 46. They bring in Nick Vigil in the backfield, give him a carry. Vigil powers his way forward up near the 20. Tackled by defensive end Roy Robertson Harris. 4-yard gain for Nick Vigil.
And you could see why they give him. It gives them a different presence at the running back position. He's a 235-pound running back.
Are we seeing him used a little bit differently, though, David? Because normally he was the short yardage, 3rd and short guy. Here they give it to him on 1st down today to kind of get those 4 or 5 yards, hopefully, to set up 2nd and manageable.
Yeah, when there wasn't much there, but he got tough yardage inside.
And Kennedy Williams there, number 26 now, and is the back. He goes into motion. Quarterback draw. Kent Myers to the 17. Stopped by Chavis, the 3-yard gain for the quarterback.
The motion to empty and the quarterback draw was there. Again, Kent Myers running north and south. Positive yards, chipping away at it.
Go to the empty backfield, 3rd and 3. You see the play selection for Utah State. Primarily doing it on the ground so far today. In motion, Nansen, they fake the jet sweep. Myers keeps inside the 10, 5, and down inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal. Devin Cockrell with the tackle around the legs of Myers, but a 9-yard gain.
I love it. It's just faking the fly sweep and watching him in quarterback power. Here you go. Fly sweep, the guard pulls. Kent Myers going to follow his left guard right up there. Very difficult to defend, requires discipline on the defense, especially when you got JoJo Natson coming in motion and you got a pulling guard in front of your quarterback.
Vigil in again at back, in motion. Robinson straight ahead and into the end zone. Touchdown. Rushing touchdown for Nick Vigil, his 3rd of the season, and the Aggies march right down the field on the first possession of the 2nd half and find the end zone.
And you'll see there's all sorts of conflict for the defense to deal with. They'll have motion going one way here and then split flow here, and Vigil's going to attack that seam, just zone blocking by the offensive line coming off the ball. He finds a soft spot, gets low, and crosses the plane.
Point after for Nick Diaz. 14-3 Utah State as the Aggies. 7 play drives, 75 yards in under 3 minutes. Early statement for the Aggies here in half number 2, and a big run for Nansen set it all up. 14-3 Aggies here early in the 2nd half from Albuquerque. Utah State takes the first possession of the 2nd half right down the field for a touchdown. They lead at 14-3. Get the sprinkler going. He's got all kinds of things happening.
He's feeling it.
Good for him. I like the sunglasses too. Sitting over in the UTEP fan section. Dowell and Golden back deep for UTEP. It's going to be over the head of Golden for a touchback. Well, let's see how the UTEP offense responds. Running left, Aaron Jones. To the 30-yard line and a pickup of about 5 or 6 on 1st down. Jordan Nielsen with the stop.
Important drive for UTEP. They're just going to run Aaron Jones, the left side where they had two tight ends. Get a couple pulling guards out in front of them. Pick up a cool 5-6 yards on first down.
See tight end number 87, Eric Tomlinson, back in the game for UTEP. He was shaken up on a hit in the first half. Second down and 5. Look at second and 4. Showers out to Jones. Uses that stiff arm to avoid the first tackler, and then down the sideline. Looks like he'll have a first down. He will. Stayed in bounds before stepping out at the 38. Pushed out by Deshane Hines. 8-yard gain.
And you see the pressure coming by Utah State. They get home free. Brian Sweet's out there one-on-one with Jones, but he says, coaches talk about his stiff arm, and that's what got him extra yards.
First down from their own 39 for senior Jameel Showers. Give to Aaron Jones. Able to find some positive yardage to the 42. Rashard Stewart and Zach Vigil are running out there wide with him. Casey has more down below on Eric Tomlinson. Casey?
Well, Mark, in the first half, it was questionable if he would return. He has a right knee sprain, but as you can see, he is playing again. The head athletic trainer said it's pretty sore, but he wanted to give it a go.
Yeah, he's a senior, so last game for the Klein, Texas native, and there's a lot of hair coming out from under that helmet right now.
Yeah, it looks like you could.
He's a Conference USA honorable mention pick this year. That's close to the first down. Nathan Jeffrey, 5-yard gain. Sotera and Zach Vigil there.
Yeah, he could fit in on Duck Dynasty, huh?
Yeah, it's very Duck Dynasty-ish. Jameel Showers, a Texas A&M transfer. He and Tomlinson playing their final games. All the seniors on this field. Utah State marched right down the field on the first possession of the second half to take a 14-3 lead. A third down and 1 from their own 48. They converted 40% of their third downs today.
This ball will be coming right over this left side.
Didn't get it. B.J. Larson, they're going to say he is down. Kind of bounced off the pile and took off right, but that was number 99, B.J. Larson, one of their first team all-conference players. He was the first to get to him.
And you'll see right here, he's headed right downhill. The soft spot, the defense was right to the left where the tight ends were. You'll see the surge right here on the left side. He's got to hug that line of scrimmage. Utah State defense was there.
Said his forward progress was stopped, so whistled it dead at fourth down. Maddox punting. JoJo Natson back at his own 18. Low snap, but they set up the return and a low punt taken at the 35 by Natson. Comes back to the far side. 45. Spun around there and down at the 47-yard line for a 12-yard return. LaQuintius Dowell with the tackle on special teams. Aggies take over at their own 47. They do have Vigil in the backfield and hand it off to Nick Vigil. And on the number 40 midfield. Picks up 3 on first down. So we've seen Vigil used primarily on first down instead of the third and short roll when he was running the football early and mid part of the season.
And the reason they were using him that way because they're trying to run the ball downhill vertically instead of sideways, which is a big part of their run game with their smaller backs and skill players on the perimeter. Nick Vigil gives them a chance to pound the ball north and south.
Right now, the leading rusher in this game is the Utah State quarterback Myers with 11 carries, 71 yards, average 6.5 per run. And going again. Run out by Devin Cockrell. That time it's an 8-yard run for the Aggie QB.
Well, offensive coordinator Kevin McGivern talked to us about this would be a big element of this game. Quarterback draw, quarterback counter. And that's just a great job of Kent Myers finding the soft spot, escaping the pressure, and getting to the edge. And there's Myers again. Good job of tucking it, finding the soft spot.
First down for the Aggies from the 42 of UTEP. Running right now to reverse it. Here comes Natson. Gets a block on the edge. Steps out at the 37. It goes for 5 yards. Butler behind the block there, number 18.
You'll see JoJo Natson going to start right. And it's just a reverse. So Natson coming back. Look who gets a block. His buddy, Ron Butler.
Handoff Vigil. 34 for 3 yards. It'll be third down and a long 2. Vigil now with 6 carries. Rushing yards now for Utah State. Final seconds of this third quarter. Ball picked up. And he was down, had his knee down. Myers. Silas Pursley was there for UTEP, and a little slap of the head on Myers there as he lost the football. Was fortunate to be able to pick it back up.
And that hurts in short yardage. You know, the zone read's so common now in college football. But the mesh point is important. There's a foul up. Short yardage situation doesn't work out too well for Utah State.
Definitely had the knee down, lost 5 yards. We're headed to the fourth quarter of the Gildan New Mexico Bowl. Well, can UTEP rally here in the fourth quarter and win their first bowl game since 1967? Utah State trying to win their 10th game of the season. Would be just the second time in school history in the season with 10 wins. And we begin the fourth quarter, 14-3 Aggies. They're punting on fourth down. Bentrude hits it over the head of Payne and bounces out at the 3-yard line. Perfectly placed by Jaron Bentrude to pin UTEP in deep to begin this fourth quarter. So the Miners offense, and Jameel Showers comes back out onto the field to begin this fourth quarter with David Diaz-Infante. I'm Mark Neely. Does UTEP have it offensively to make a push here in this fourth quarter?
They've had some opportunities. They've taken some shot plays down the field. They just got to convert on them. When they're there, you got to know how to capture their moment. And that's what teams in transition, young teams got to learn how to do. How do you capitalize on turnovers? Haven't quite been able to do that. And how do you take advantage of opportunities in the red zone?
The worst starting field position of the day from the 3. A yard or so for Aaron Jones. What really has hurt UTEP, they have not been able to extend drives. They have not converted, David, on their last 6 third down attempts.
And that says it all. Third down conversion. Penalties have been an issue too. That's been a direct result of some of those third down conversions. Instead of being 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, find yourself 3rd and 8, and that's a big difference.
Yeah, 8 penalties for 75 yards against the Miners today. Golden in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Showers throws. That ball incomplete. Zach Vigil in that area there.
Watch Todd Orlando dial up some pressure on 3rd down. The Vigil brothers should be coming.
Showers hands it off. Jones will be short of the first down. Tackled at the 10. B.J. Larson with the tackle. And it's a quick 3 and out for the UTEP offense to begin this fourth quarter. And a lot of that probably predicated on the very nice punt from Jaron Bentrude that caused UTEP to start that drive at their own 3.
Kind of forgotten art, the old coffin corner.
Yes.
Ray Guyish.
Oh, nice. This is Jay Maddox to punt. What punter doesn't want their name attached to Ray Guyish?
Hall of Famer Ray Guy.
Short, high punt. And will land out of bounds at about the 40-45 yard line. Early fourth quarter, Utah State's offense will have great starting field position on the Miners side of the field when we come back. 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Great to have you with us, along with Casey Smith down on the sidelines. David Diaz-Infante, I'm Mark Neely. Utah State beginning at the 37-yard line of UTEP with a 14-3 lead here early in the fourth quarter. Usher and Robertson Harris, 1-yard loss on Vigil. Kid Myers, 13 carries, 74 yards, 5 for 12 through the air for 68 yards. Did have to leave the game late in the first half before returning after taking a hard hit. Natson down the sideline inside the 30, out at the 28. Nice block on the edge from Nick Vigil. 11-yard gain.
And that time Nick Vigil's giving the backfield and uses a lead blocker right there in front of JoJo Natson at the point of attack. Allows him to get to the edge. You see those quicks.
Or 9 on third down and a 3rd and 1. Hand it off. Vigil has the first down to the 25-yard line. Needed 1, picked up 3 to move the chains for the Aggies before he was tackled by Wesley Miller. Vigil has a 3-yard touchdown run for what has been the only scoring here in the second half. Back to Nick Vigil, but this time tackled. Almost spoke too soon. Almost tackled for a loss. Get close to the line of scrimmage. Adrian James cut through, trying to cut him down.
And again, when you involve your corners in the run game, like Adrian James does, defensive corner Scott Stoker, you're going to see him fire off the edge, outside in, and make that play.
Sharp in motion. Myers chased, pump fakes, and then bumped out of bounds at the 29 by Jimmy Musgrave.
Jimmy Musgrave's been all over today, chasing down Kent Myers. You know Myers felt the heat of him coming. Got out of bounds before he could lay a lick on him.
Musgrave has applied a few licks, though, today on the
Absolutely.
Utah State quarterback. That's a loss of 5, and it's back to 3rd and 10. We got a 3rd and 16 after that loss. Myers keeps. This time tackled at the 29 by Jimmy Musgrave. You know, that's, if Musgrave misses that tackle attempt, that's the type of play that Myers went for, 48 yards for a touchdown earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You see trips out wide, the motion Natson outside as well, trying to clear up the box and run a quarterback draw. But a great job of Musgrave, staying disciplined, eyeing the quarterback in the empty set, and making a play.
Diaz missed a 28-yarder at the end of the first half. This attempt from 47 as long this year as 49. Kick away, angling left, and no good. And the UTEP defense keeps Utah State from adding to the 14-3 lead. Still just under 10 minutes to go.
And you'll see Nick Diaz, clean operation. He's going to hook this one left of the uprights.
And a fist pump from Scott Stoker, the UTEP defensive coordinator.
I tell you what, sitting down talking with him was like talking to Doc Holliday or somebody like that. That throwback, that Southern accent, that old school mentality about attacking, man pressure.
No nonsense. No nonsense from Scott Stoker. Well, Miners take over at their own 30. Jones running right. Out at the 35, run out by Zach Vigil. 4-yard run.
Yeah, 4-yard run where most people would have got nothing. He dipped in and got around the outstretched arms of Brian Sweet to pick up positive yards.
The Vigil brothers, Nick and Zach. You know, unless these two were to play on the same team, if they each make it to the NFL, this is the last time these brothers get to play together on the same field.
Yeah, what a story. Zach being a former walk-on out of a 1A high school in Utah, turns into a second-team All-American Conference Defensive Player of the Year.
Under pressure, Showers leads forward to the 37, about 3 yards from the first down, a gain of 3. Well, the Vigil brothers really have been the story defensively, not only in this game for Utah State, but this year.
Yeah, the brothers Vigil, they attack the line of scrimmage. I love the energy and passion they play the game with, fighting off blockers, and really the heart and soul of this defense, especially Zach, making plays all over the field. And both defenses have done a great job here today limiting the efficiency of both offenses.
3rd down and 3. UTEP's had a big issue of converting on 3rd down. Missed their last 7, but I don't know. I think he may be a hair short. Just when it looked like he was going to get there, Nick Vigil stopped his forward progress and pushed him back. It'll be very close, but it'll be 4th and short.
And you'll see.
And they're going to go for it. Miners just 2 of 11 on 4th down this year. And Showers with second effort gets it. Big play there for the UTEP offense to convert on 4th down and extend the drive.
Yeah, critical for this UTEP offense to find a way to get some more downs. Look at it. They got the A-gaps plugged. A nice job by Jamil Showers of moving right and finding the soft spot to pick up the first down.
Jones running left. Midfield, 45 inside Utah State territory, and he'll have a first down with that run at the 42-yard line, a 16-yard gallop.
And you'll see Utah State bringing pressure from the field outside right here. Edge pressure, they're going to run away from it, and it's going to allow Aaron Jones to get the edge. Nick Vigil had to try and play the quarterback. Jones gets to the edge, and Zach Vigil's there to make the tackle out of bounds.
So the Miners have converted 2 4th downs on this drive, trying to keep their hopes alive. Jones upended for a 2-yard gain by Tyler Floyd. But you saw number 41, Nick Vigil, come off the field after that 4th down play for Utah State.
We'll see if we can see what happened. He extends. Looks like he's grabbing his hamstring.
You know, clock running under 5 minutes to go, and the fact that it's a 2-score game, you know, UTEP has to have a little sense of urgency here.
Yeah, a little tempo here, I think, would be to their benefit. We've got 3 timeouts left.
Give it to Jones, and now it's reversed. Golden. Well read by the Utah State defense there. A loss of a yard. Jordan Nielsen, number 97, with the tackle.
Great hustle play by Jordan Nielsen, fighting off the blocker. And you'll see him right here on your edge, fighting off the blocker, and then falling back inside to make that play. Looks like it was going to be a reverse pass.
Right. Covered
downfield, good discipline in the back half of the Utah State defense.
Yeah, the way Golden was holding that football definitely looked like he wanted to throw it. 39. Here comes the blitz off the edge. Showers steps up to run. And out near the 20, close to the first down. Zach Vigil running him out, a 9-yard gain. Let's see about the spot. Looks like he'll have it.
And you'll see double-edge pressure coming by Utah State. Look at Jamil Showers. Just step up, eyes downfield, securing the football. Quick decision to run to pick up positive yards. Love it.
They moved the chains, but the clock running again. With just 3:40 to go. Showers again chased, lets it go. I guess he was out of the tackle box there. There was no receiver in the vicinity, but did get it beyond the line of scrimmage. Okonkwo and Sutera in pursuit of him there.
Yeah, you'll see blitz and edge pressure coming right there by Sutera off the middle, and Kwanko. Again, constant pressure by both defenses have challenged these quarterbacks here this afternoon.
And the incompletion did stop the clock with 3:27 left in this fourth quarter. Showers pass incomplete at the 15. Little behind Hamilton. Reaching back for it. And it's 3rd and 10. Casey, what'd you see down below when Nick Vigil came off the football field?
Well, Mark, he was in a considerable amount of pain. He has sat down on the bench, and they put ice on his left hamstring. I'll continue to keep an eye on it.
Casey, thanks. 15th play of this drive here for the UTEP offense. You see Vigil on the bench. That ice, as Casey was just mentioning. Showers to the far side, a nice catch, but then immediately tackled there at the 17 is Jared Shaw. It was Jaron Baldomero, limiting him to a 4-yard gain, and now they'll use a timeout with 3:07 to play in the fourth.
Timeout, UTEP. That is their first timeout.
Time starting to wind down on UTEP, but they're trying to keep their chances alive here, down 14-3. 3:07 to play in this fourth quarter, and on 4th down, UTEP in a 2-score game looking for the field goal. Jay Maddox 1 for 1 today, made from 32. This is a 34-yard attempt off the left hash. Out of the hold of Michael Soroka. It's away and through and good. So it makes it an 8-point game, so still within reach with 3:02 left. Will we see UTEP with the onside kick when we come back? Miners with their first points of the half, trail it by 8 with 3:02 to go. 3:02 to play, fourth quarter in the 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl, an 8-point lead. Well, they used one of their 3 timeouts just prior to that field goal attempt, David. So I guess potentially they could kick it away with 2 timeouts, but is it more likely that we see the onside kick right here?
I think you're going to see an onside kick.
Jay Maddox, South Parada, Las Vegas. And he kicks it deep, kicks it over the head of Nansen, so they're going to, oh, and he kicked it out of bounds? He did.
That will drive a coach crazy. Yeah, you can't question his toughness. He was hung in there, taking some hits. He kept coming back.
With the tight end, Houston over to the right side of the formation. Put Nansen in motion into the backfield. Give it to Nansen, running right. Trying to turn that corner. He does down the sideline across midfield and jumps his way forward inside UTEP territory down at the 42. A 23-yard run.
Great job by the offensive line and lead blocking by the back. You're going to see him just going to split the backfield. Zone blocking. They're going to get to the edge, and JoJo Natson shows his speed and intelligence by hurdling the tackler and staying in bounds. Keep the clock running.
Give it to Natson again, this time running to the near side. Avoids 2 tacklers, but not the third. At the 43, Silas Firstly gets to him, and a loss of a yard. Well, now UTEP stopping the clock with 2:10 to go, using one of their last 2 timeouts.
Timeout. UTEP, that is their second timeout.
UTEP's been down a while. And for him to come in and change the attitude, the environment, and set the foundation for what will take place this season is incredible. That's a lot of guys that lead the program. They had 17 ineligible players.
Last year. Yep.
Last year. And now, being held accountable academically and on the field.
And a first down run and more. Joe Hill tackled at the 11 by Adrian James. And Utah State smelling another bowl win. A 32-yard gain by Joe Hill.
And this is that same run out of shotgun formation, a little counter action with it that splits the defense. And Joe Hill heads north and south, stays in bounds, secures the football.
Joe Hill, a senior, part of that senior class for Utah State, the all-time winningest senior class in their school history. And add another win perhaps here in the bowl game. And there he goes once again, bouncing into the end zone. Touchdown.
And you'll see again a little counter action by the quarterback and deep back in the diamond formation. And Joe Hill takes a handoff, sees the crease, and gets his way into the end zone.
Just a 4-play drive. Diaz is point after, and it's 21-6. Utah State, just over a minute and a half to go in this Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. The 4th different starting quarterback for Utah State after Chucky Keaton went down. Then it was Daryl Garrettson, then Craig Harrison, then Myers, who briefly went down himself today. And we saw Ronald Butler playing quarterback for a few plays at the end of the first half for Utah State today.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. And we talked about it earlier about what an outstanding job the staff has done to keep this team moving despite the setbacks, the injuries, at such a critical position. Also, hats off, it shows you the depth they have at that position and the job they've done recruiting. I tell you, Matt Wells and Gary Anderson started, Matt's kept the same formula. They're selling something in Logan, Utah. They've got a lot of things going on. They're getting players there.
And a lot of kids buying in. Of course, Matt Wells played quarterback at Utah State. Both these head coaches today coaching their alma maters.
They're getting kids out of Texas, out of Florida.
You know, it wasn't too many years ago, you thought football in the state of Utah, and you thought BYU, and you thought Utah. But, you know, Utah State has to be in that conversation, if not right at the top of that list. Showers tripped up by Sutera. Showers going to take off with it and come to a slide at the 30, make that the 29-yard line, 9-yard gain.
And they're not there yet. I mean, but they're recruiting that way. They're building this team along the offensive and defensive line, but they've got to go in the right direction. They have an identity, and that's the biggest thing you've got to be able to do. Who are you and what are you? How do you find kids that fit your profile?
It'll be interesting to see next year. That's a catch made for a first down at the 45, and then Cole Rogers with the catch. And took a big hit by Brian Sweet. We'll see who lines up as the starting quarterback for Utah State for the opener next year. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. It could be Chucky Keaton again. We'll see.
Absolutely. We'll see. They've got some depth there for sure.
Near sideline, Hamilton.
And that is a good problem to have, my friend.
Yeah, to have that much quarterback depth. And now, a year from now, or not even a year from now, but next season, you got 4 kids who played significant time at quarterback. There's now one of those, Craig Harrison, is a senior, so he'll be out of eligibility, but they will have depth at the quarterback position for sure for Utah State next year. Showers throw across the middle, a little low, sliding catch. Nope, incomplete. Intended for Jared Shaw. Just 3 seconds left in this 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl.
And give UTEP credit, they're still firing away.
If you had told me before the game that the UTEP defense would only allow 21 points, I would have given a pretty good shot at winning this football game today. But the Utah State defense gives up only 6. Final play of this game, going deep. Showers incomplete, and Utah State has beaten UTEP 21-6 and taken the 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. Jameel Showers, a quarterback for UTEP. His collegiate career comes to an end, but helped bring the UTEP football program back to relevance. With a nice season, they win 7 games, go 7-6. Utah State, 10 wins for the second time in school history, 10-4. But the last time for the Vigil brothers to play on the same field, unless again things happen magically for them at the pro level someday.
Yeah, and I think Zach Vigil has played himself into a draft pick.
Casey's down below with the winning head coach, Matt Wells. Casey?
Well, hold on. He's congratulating the other players. We can't interrupt him too much right now. Coach, a 10-win season after everything that you guys have been through. How proud of your team are you?
Big time. I mean, I don't know the right words right now. I don't, you know, it's unbelievable just the resiliency and everything that they did in the face of adversity. They refused to flinch at any time, and it's a testament to their character. It's revealed in tough times.
You're talking about resiliency. Your 4th quarterback of the year, Kent Myers, with a great game today. How excited are you for his future?
I'm really excited, you know, for his future as well as the rest of them. Heck, we played with the 5th. We played with the receiver the last series, but you know, he's just like the rest of them. He's a resilient kid and came in and you know, helped us win a bowl game.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks so much.
Casey, thank you. 10-win season for Matt Wells' Utah State Aggies, and they win the 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl over UTEP 21-6. For Casey Smith, David Diaz-Infante, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Mark Neely. Thanks for sharing this one with us. Utah State winners of the 2014 Gildan, New Mexico Bowl over the Miners, and so long from Albuquerque.